What's up, YouTube? So today I got an interesting story. Um, People that know me, they know that it's a legit story. But I'm a very honest person, and I was going through something. I was going through something for quite a while, and a lot of people my age, male and female, even older, they go through the same thing. I had this strong desire to be intimate with just so many different people, and I was battling it, man. And it came down to my family and my lady. She was pregnant at the time with my two girls. Well, and my daughter. Um, of course, I chose my family, but I had to be honest with myself and with my lady about how I was feeling. So one day I tell her, I'm like, I think I need to go be with other people. We've been with each other since we was 18. Um, I ain't been with nobody else since I was 18. I'm 27, so I only been with her, and
I
it's
was
like,
17.
and she was 17. So I only been with her. I'm 27, and that's a long time. And with the ways that we think nowadays, I was under the impression that I haven't been with enough people, and I got something to offer to the world and things like that. So I was in my ego and in my pride, want to go out and flex, if you will. And I was battling this void within myself, where it was just like nothing was ever enough. I don't have any addictions or anything like that, so I don't sit and watch weird television shows and do all kind of stuff like that within myself. But I still had that urge within myself to just be intimate with so many different people. And I sat and I told my lady, I'm like, hey, we need to separate for a while. I need to figure this out, man. I want to be married one day, and I don't want to go into a marriage feeling this kind of way in my heart. So I say, I think I need to hit about. I told her I think I need to have sex with about 200.
You didn't tell me.
I did tell you.
Not the number of women. You just said be intimate once with people. It was until
I told
after.
you later.
Yeah, it was later.
Okay, I still told you.
Yeah.
So I told her eventually, I guess the number of people that I had in mind, and man, I felt like that's what it quenched my thirst. I was like a vampire, bro. And so she was like, she understood. At first, like she said, at first I didn't tell her that it was that number, but I did tell her that I wanted to be with other people.
Right.
So we got a 2-bedroom apartment. So she slept in one room, I slept in one room. Now I want to keep my family, but I still want to go and scratch this itch. So I'm an honest person, so I got to be straight up. I can't lie. I don't like to lie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't scared of nobody. Ain't no need to be. So I went ahead and told her what it was, and she was like, okay, cool. Even though it made her feel some kind of way, and I apologized that I hurt her feelings, but she understood that it wasn't towards her. I didn't have no ill intent when I told her that truth. So that night I slept in this room that we're in right now, and I sat and I pondered on my reasoning for wanting to be with so many people. And as I sat and thought about it, I ran the scenarios through my mind. I know what kind of dude I am. I know what I bring to the table, financially, mentally, physically, emotionally. I know what I bring. I know what I offer. So I put all that into play, and I thought about it like, men. I'm sure some women can do it. I'm sure everybody can do it, but we can be with people and not catch no feelings at all. And I knew that my heart is with her, so I knew that I wasn't going to be sharing. I knew that I wasn't going to be sharing. I wasn't going to be willing to share with like nobody else. I won't get in my heart. I'll let them into my space, but I wasn't going to give them my heart. And I sat and I really considered how selfish that was, to go out and to date people and to communicate with them and to talk to them about sensitive subjects, and then to go on to you woo them, in a sense, be intimate, with them in different ways and things like that, and it was just selfish, because I'm like, I'm not gonna give these people my heart, so I'm gonna go into their life ruin it in a sense, cause them all kind of trauma and damage. And then I'm gonna go ahead and man, pause it. All right, so my bad. So I thought about what my relationships would be like with these individuals, and the time and the energy that I'd be taking away from my family, and how selfish I was being. And I realized that it wasn't even me, because it was like an endless void. It felt like nothing was enough. Like, I have no complaints. After being with somebody for 9 years, I have no complaints. I don't have nothing to complain about, absolutely anything. And it just was I knew like something didn't feel right. So I ended up figuring out what it was. And a lot of people won't believe me, and that's okay. A lot of people won't understand, some people will. But I was dealing with a lower vibrational entity, a demon, whatever you want to call it. And it was the lust spirit. And that same night I had this dream. I don't really want to go into the dream, but I had this dream, and I basically, it showed itself to me in a dream. And I wasn't afraid of it when I seen it, but I woke up out of my sleep, and I kind of like, I got rid of it. I spoke, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you can be gone, whatever. And I went back to sleep. I apologize. The next day, I woke up, and it was gone. The feeling to be intimate with all these people, that urge, that void that I felt like I needed to feel was gone. I didn't have it anymore. So for me, it really was a beautiful thing, because it was years that I was battling with that, years. And what I noticed was that they come at you when you try to do the right thing. When you try to do the right thing, that's when they come at you the hardest. When you in a relationship, that's when they come at you the hardest. And I'm making this video real quick. We got 2 kids. We don't. It's in the later in the evening. We had to lock them out. I'm just letting y'all know, because I needed to make this video because I wanted to share this story with people. But ultimately, man, I made this video to talk about commitment, and love and compassion and understanding and honesty and truth and loyalty. Like, in a relationship, if you want it to work, you have to embody all those characteristics. I woke up out of my sleep last night and I wrote something, and it was like, when you're loyal to God, even if you don't believe in God, you can be loyal to the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. When you're loyal to something that's higher than yourself, and the person that you with is also loyal to something that's higher than themselves, then it makes sense for you to be loyal to the person that you with. It makes sense for me to, because I'm loyal to the Most High, to be loyal to my old lady. It makes sense. It's like, if I'm gonna practice this between me and God, I might as well practice this in all other aspects of my life. So you can't lie to God. God know what it is. The universe know what it is. Whatever it is you believe in, know what it is. And if you're an atheist, cool, however that works. But ultimately, don't lie to yourself, and don't be afraid to be honest. A lot of people they have relationships, and they're not able to be free within those relationships. They're not able to express themselves, and that's why people go and do things behind other people's back, because they are afraid. I'm not afraid. No man that walked the face of this earth. I don't care your background, how many people life you took, none of that. Because at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's not about hoorah. It's really about love and compassion, understanding, and growth.
Oh, right. I was gonna say the same thing. A lot of times in relationships, it's important to exercise that grace and compassion for your partner, and understanding that we're all human.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's how it wasn't so hard for me to understand where you was coming from when you told me your truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, we're all human. We all deal with different things. We're all having an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to sit here and beat you up about something that you're feeling, something that you're dealing with. And more than anything, everybody's different. But more than anything, I can respect truth. I can respect you telling me what it is that you're dealing with or what it is that you're going through versus, I don't want to trigger nobody, but cowardice, cowardness, when you're afraid. So I'm going to hide behind this and you're going about it in the wrong way. But also I feel like it's just important to give that space of compassion and understanding for your partner. Hold that space for your partner because you know that you're not perfect. As a female, I knew that we think thoughts. We deal with things too. So how could I be a hypocrite and beat you up about something that you're being truthful and honest about? And you telling me I'm not gonna beat you up about it. So okay, cool. It hurts your feelings and your emotions, but logically I understand where you're coming from. So you gotta move from that space and you gotta hold that space for your partner. And I feel like that is so important. And I also feel like friendship is important too, to be able to not have unrealistic expectations for your partner. I can't expect you to be perfect. Whatever that is, I can only expect you to be you. So I feel like that's important when you're talking about commitment and when you're talking about holding space, grace, and compassion. You extend that to your partners. My bad, y'all. Our baby is at the door. We might have to cut this short.
Let me finish real quick because she gonna keep them.
Okay, but
ain't nothing wrong with her too.
We're gonna pause it real quick and come right back. So she won't be doing that.
Okay, so to get back to what we were speaking about, like she said, it is important for you to give your partner that grace and that space and exercise all of these different things that you would like somebody to exercise for you. You know, ultimately, man, we just human. We all are human, and we all trying to figure life out. And we don't have it all down packed and understood, but sometimes we be hard on people. Will it die?
It's still going. Your battery is dying.
Sometimes we be hard on people, and you know we pretend as if we don't know what we think about. We pretend as if we don't know what our truth is, but we do. You know, and we should be fair. Treat people how you want to be treated. So I would rather her be honest with me than lie to me about how she feels. You know, and vice versa. But that's all I got. Our kids definitely is like whooping on us on this video. So that's all I got, man. I hope y'all was able to take something from this. Like I said, just practice those virtues, you know, and the same things that you practice between your relationship. The most I practice that within your relationship, and just have faith that everything is gonna be okay. Do your part, and give love.
I had a question though. What do you feel like? What do you think about people who feel like, well, I love this person, so I'm not gonna tell them?
Oh no, that's an excuse. That's just an excuse. You just finding a way to justify it. So you think that by keeping secrets, that means that you love somebody because you kept secrets. No, what that means is you selfish, because you're gonna go scratch your itch, and then you're gonna convince yourself that it's out of love while you're not gonna tell them. But how many times you gonna scratch that itch before they ever find out? That's not love. That's just an excuse for you to get away with what it is you want to do.
So do you think that the person don't love their partner, or I feel like a lot of times people do love their partner.
It's not saying that you don't love a person.
Right.
You may love a person, but you may not be honest with yourself about what's going on.
Right.
And you may struggle with that. That's just like somebody who you tell them to stop using drugs, they're going to keep using drugs. They're going to try to stop in front of you, but they're going to go behind your back and keep using drugs. So that person may have an addiction. They may have something that they're not really fully aware of,
right?
You know, that they're dealing with. So I really feel like, you know, when you get to talking like that, it's deeper than, oh, I'm trying to spare somebody's feelings. Nah, you ain't trying to do that. You want to do what you want to do, and you're afraid of the consequences of telling the truth.
Right.
Don't be afraid of telling the truth. Be honest at all times, no matter what. Now I'm not gonna lie. I lie to the police. If I get pulled over, I'm gonna lie to them. I don't care. You know, because at the end of the day, I don't like the fact of feeling harassed. Like, if I'm not killing somebody, if I'm not driving reckless or crazy, there's no need for you to be bothering me. That's how I feel. Genuinely, I feel like that in my heart, and I feel like it's it's a very, this is a corrupt world and government that we live in. So it don't sit right in my spirit.
And you don't owe that police officer them no loyalty or
I don't owe them nothing. I owe them nothing.
You invaded my space.
And don't get me wrong, I be respectful in things, but I still don't like. I don't like the fact that they take the time out of their day to just bother you. Now, if you driving crazy on the highway, you deserve to get pulled over. If you driving crazy in the streets, I understand that. But sometimes people don't be doing nothing. I done been stereotyped plenty of times on plenty of occasions, and it never sat right with me. But the Most High was always with me, so I was always good. But it's still just the principle that a lot of people who are in positions of so-called power, they abuse it. And deep down, they have all kind of other things going on within themselves, and that's the reason why they yearn to have power and control over other people. You know, so for myself, it's like I never vibe with people like that, because I'm like, what kind of spirit do you have? Not saying that it's not great police officers out there. I'm sure there are, but it's just one of those things where I've had more experiences with non-pleasant. You know, I had more non-pleasant experiences than pleasant experiences. So you know, that's all I got, baby. I don't know. You know, they active, they playing.
This is real life.
Yeah, this is real life, man. And I know some people don't be wanting that kind of stuff, and that's what it is. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's my life. It's raw. It's cut. My camera done went off. I can turn this light on right here. If that's gonna help, maybe not.
It's real bright.
Yeah, but that's all I got. That's it for today. So hopefully, y'all made it to the end of this video. This is to me one of the best videos that I've made pertaining to the truth. Just everything, man. Just in general. I feel like I was able to speak more, go more in depth on how I feel and what I think. So I decided to share a personal experience. Some people won't believe it, but y'all heard her talking. So, you know, I ain't got nothing to lie about it. And my mom and my daddy, my brothers and my sisters, my family know me. So they know, like, you know what I'm saying? They know I'm going to be straight up. I ain't got no reason to lie. It's a lot of dudes out here married to women for 15, 20, 30 years, and they're not going to be honest with them. And those women not going to be honest too. So what kind of life are y'all living? What kind of foundation is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live no life like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to live no life like that. 30 years and you ain't told the truth. She ain't told the truth. You ain't told the truth. Y'all around here playing around with each other, cheating on each other, doing all this.
But what you think about some people that, because they'll say like your intuition, so you know.
People do.
Some people be knowing and they just choose to. It is what it is. Well, you ain't been honest about it, but I know that's what you're doing, so I'm gonna do me, and we just ain't gonna speak on it.
Yeah, and they got a messed up spirit too. Shit, I mean, they both on the same kind of time. You ain't no better than the next person. You don't fight fire with fire. You don't do that, especially in a relationship. Like, we don't argue. 9 years we don't argue. We've had disagreements. We've had strong disagreements, but arguing, cussing each other out, no, none of that.
All right, and I gotta say this. When I speak, a lot of times I try to exercise understanding or reason from other people's perspective. So, you know, I just be throwing stuff out there because you don't really know how another person is thinking and what their experiences are. So my beliefs, my morals, my truth is mine. I stick to mine, but I don't place that for the most part on other people. So I give them space to be them.
Pause it.
So yeah, I just be throwing stuff out there, just possibly leaving space for other people's perspective and their upbringing and maybe how they process and think. I don't know, to not be so stuck in my way of how I think about things. So, you know, that's why I'm throwing it out there that, you know, some people say that that's love and some people say so many different things. So that's why I was just, you know, putting that out there. But I agree. Me and him on the same page with a lot of things. And we pretty much agree on most things. Mm-hmm. And we pretty much have the same morals and share the same truth and stuff like that. And we communicate in our relationship. And for us and for me, that was what's important. Because, you know, each relationship, if it doesn't last, doesn't mean that it's a fail. It's just a lesson learned. So I learned from my past relationship to communicate and not communicate recklessly and not speak things that you can't take back. So, and to know that we're human, and to know that people deal with things, and that's the basis of it all. So I'm not here to beat you up. I'm not here to clown you. I'm not here to treat you bad, and I'm not here to be hypocritical. You know, I'm here to exercise love, compassion, understanding, and communication. You know, and that's one thing that I really cherish about our relationship, is that space that we give one another to be who we are. That's not to say that we perfect, because he irritates the heck out of me, and I'm pretty sure I'm difficult. And at the same time, you know, I love my partner, and I know that he loves me, and I know that we're human. So with that being said, I give the space and I give the grace for him to be who he is, and I give that trust. But we had that friendship from the beginning, you know, and I feel like that is very important in relationships, is that friendship. You know, when you can sit down and talk to your friend about whatever, and that carries into a relationship. So I feel like that's really important. I know he was talking about commitment, and for myself, I'm committed to a lot of things. For himself, he's committed to a lot of things, and that makes it a little bit more easier to be committed in this relationship. It just comes down to the people that you're dealing with, and a lot of times we attract opposites, right? But also likeness, and we're opposite in a lot of ways, but it adds to our relationship, and we're alike in a lot of ways. And the morals that I hold for myself is reciprocated throughout this relationship.
Yep. So she just said a whole mouthful. I'm just thankful, and I can say that it really starts with you as an individual to decide on what it is that you want. You can't be concerned with what the next person is going to do. You can't be concerned with if they're going to give as much as you're going to give. You can't be concerned with none of those kind of things. You have to like work on you. You have to focus on you. You have to concern yourself with what you bring to the table. You know, so I think that really makes a big difference. You know, just focusing on you and allowing them to focus on them, but y'all focus on the goal. You know, so ultimately, it's a learning lesson, and it does not stop. It's a constant experience. You constantly learning, you constantly growing, you constantly changing, and you know, if it's really up to you. It's up to you. If you want it to last, then it will. And if y'all grow apart, then that's okay. That experience was necessary. But God don't make no mistakes. Now it's crazy because I get to making these videos and they don't make this much noise throughout the day. This is the time they make the most noise. They make the most noise during this time right here. So this is it. Happy New Year. It's 2023. I see nothing but life for everybody. You know, whatever that is. Nobody's a victim. Learn and grow from your experiences. Keep your faith. Trust in yourself. Stay positive. Love on yourself. Love on your kids. Love on your partner. Don't worship money. Money does not come before your family. Money does not come before your belief system. Money is just a tool. Value your time spent, but don't look into it too much. Just be and live. Enjoy your life. Enjoy each moment, because it's gonna be a day where we gone. What is the most important thing to life? What's the most important thing in life to you? What's the most important thing about life to you? I don't know how to, say that, but you have to figure that out for yourself. For me, it's my family. It's my family, it's the Most High, it's knowledge, it's just inner growth. How am I gonna leave this world when I'm gone? What kind of impact can I have on people's lives? I just want to share what I found.
Can y'all comment that down below? Because I know he really likes to have conversations and feedback from others. So, what is most important to you in life? If you don't mind, would you like to comment that down below? Because I'm sure he would love to see that feedback from you guys.
Baby, you ain't even showed them you.
No, I don't want to.
No, okay. So yeah, that's it, man. We ain't gonna drag it out. This is probably too long for a lot of people anyways. So if you made it to the end, woohoo, congratulations, you did it. Share the video, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. You know, if you need to sit your old lady or your old man down to watch this video, do it. Share it on TikTok. I don't have one, but share it. You know what I'm saying? Like, spread the word, because I feel like relationships can last, and love can withstand everything. Everything. You just got to be willing to stay committed, you know, to what it is you say you want. So that's all I got for y'all. Y'all have a good night.